Authorities are hunting a lady who has been going around stabbing people with knitting needles. The police say that they think she's following some sort of pattern. Yo people, welcome back to the hardware review, and we are back with KAEES. This time we are looking at the Solomon Mesh RTA. Now we all know with them Mesh RTAs you're about that far away from a massive horrible dry hit if you don't quite wick it properly. Is this any different? Right then, let's get on with it like we normally do. This is the box. This is what the list of everything you get in that box, and that was the box. Let's have a little look around this baby. It is a 24mm RTA. It comes in stainless steel and also black. You also get a 3.5mm glass, straight glass, and you also get 6.5 bubble glass. Unfortunately, when this got sent to me by Mark from Nature Vapes, big shout out to Nature Vapes and Mark for sending this out for review. When this got sent, the wonderful people at the Royal Mail broke my bubble glass. Gutted, 6.5mm, absolutely gutted. But thank God the straight glass was fine, there was nothing wrong with that. I was a little bit worried about the wicking, but we'll talk about that a little bit later on. Right then, let's do like what we normally do. Let's go top to bottom. If we start off at the top, it's an 810 drip tip. It is interchangeable, so if you've got your own, you can put your own in there. It also comes with a 510 adapter. So again, if you've got your 510, you can put that on there. If you have a little look at the top, you've got some knurling. It is a top fill, and that knurling goes all the way around there. That's so you can unscrew it, and also there's some of that at the bottom, and it is a top airflow. So I suggest that you hold the glass and the top when you're taking it off to fill it, because it does move, the glass moves. We'll talk about that in the pros and cons. Two massive kidney wells there. You're not going to have any problem with airlocks there, and that is either side. Right, let's talk about this airflow. It is mirrored on both sides, and it does lock off. It's built into your tank, obviously, like the top of the airflow, and you just move it, like I said, from side to side. Now, the way this works, it goes into the chamber itself, into the bell, and you can either call it honeycomb, or I like to call it colander. That's what I want to call it. That's what I want to call it. And it's like a colander on either side, and that goes straight down onto your mesh, and that is your airflow. While we're actually in the bell itself, we'll have a little look. You've got two little notches, or nipples as I like to call them. They fit onto your deck, so you marry them up onto your deck, and then that's how you screw it on. I will tell you now, if you do have a little bit of problem, because I did it myself, I'm thinking this just isn't screwing on. It's because the bottom bit twists, and it goes out of sync. So what you need to do is just get your screwdriver, move it back round, and then you'll find that you can screw it on. You do, like I said, have a little bit of problem now and again when you're trying to get into the, to fill it up with the glass moving and stuff, so that's why you've got to hold it. Let's go down to the bottom. It does tell you that it is Solomon Mesh, and it is a protruding 510. Let's have a little look as well at them ginormous juice ports. That's what I'm going to call them as well. I'm coming up with my own words in this review. Massive juice ports. You can see that they're absolutely huge, and they're going to saturate that cotton really, really well. They're on both sides of the bell. And that's what makes a little bit difference with this RTA itself, with it being a mesh. We'll talk about that in a second when we have a look at the deck. But yeah, they are absolutely huge, and they are going to really saturate your cotton. Let's have a little look at the deck, like I said. As you can see, it is a clamp style system. Two ginormous Phillips screws in there. You just undo them. It isn't spring loaded. I would have liked to maybe seen it spring loaded, but it isn't spring loaded. So you just push them out, stick your mesh on, make sure it's nice and level, screw it in, and then obviously you're ready to put your wick. We are going to do a build video for you, so you're going to be able to see that. As you can see on the actual deck itself, again, it's got all them little holes in there. We'll call it colander. It's like a grill across it. Now, obviously, that's nothing to do with your airflow. So, as we said about them big, massive juice ports, as it's coming in, whatever's coming underneath it, as you're then tipping your RTA, it's then coming through the bottom, and again, saturating your cotton. And that's the biggest thing that you've got to do when you've got a mesh build, is making sure that cotton's saturated and you've got enough in that mesh itself. Well, that's roughly the mesh RTA itself. So I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll do a little bit of a build video. Go and have a look at this one. pros and the cons. Let's go to the cons first, like we normally do. And the first one is when you're going to fill it up and you're unscrewing it, be very careful. Hold the glass, because it can all unscrew, or the glass can unscrew and you're getting juice everywhere. So just make sure you're holding that glass and when you unscrew it to fill it. Also, again, when you're trying to screw it on and you're putting the glass and the top on, I did tell you you've got them two little notches that you marry up at the bottom on your deck. If they've sort of like misaligned, you can't screw it on. So you have to get a screwdriver and then just push it back round and then screw it on. When I first got it, I'm thinking, what have I done? Have I not lined this up properly or whatever? And then I worked it out that you push it around, because the actual, where that nailing at the bottom, that spins freely. So yeah, that's a big con to me. But apart from that, I've got no more cons for it. Very, very simple to fill. Ginormous kidney wells in there. I like the airflow. Very easy to move and adjust. I've had no problems with that. Wicking it, I've had no problems at all. I've had no dry hits, and that's to do with, obviously, them ginormous juice intakes. They're absolutely huge on either side, so your cotton's getting really saturated. So I've had no problems with dry hits. What about the flavour? What about the clouds? I've got this on the 0.13 ohm coil, best between 60 watts and 70 watts. We've got this at 70 watts at the minute. That's coming out at 0.4 actually, 0.14 ohm. Absolute corking flavour from this. I love the flavour from this. I've got some of the King Kong juice, which is the Kikikana. I don't think that's how you pronounce it. And this is the key lime pie. Really nice stuff. The flavour is absolute corking. As you can see, the clouds, it's cloudy in here. Like I said, no problem with dry hits at all. As long as you pack that cotton out, you're not going to have any problems, like I said, with them big, massive juice intakes on there. I pushed this all the way up to roughly about 90 watts and had no problems. The 0.17 ohm coil, that's best between 45 watts and 60 watts. Again, I've pushed that past that, 70, 80 watts, no problems. No dry hits. And God, you don't want a dry hit from a mesh. Really good build quality. It is anti-leak. Like I said, no problem with the airflow. All in all, I like the look of it. It's absolutely spot on for me. Only problem, like I said, it does disalign at the bottom. But if you know about it, you can sort that out. But yeah, big thumbs up from Little Bro. Big shout out to Mark from Nature Vapes for sending this out for review. I will put his web address just down here. I can't put it down in the descriptions because YouTube do not like it, and they will tell me off. Also, as you can see, I've got my Patreons coming down at the bottom. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. If you would like to do that, every little bit helps. Go and click that link. Also, if you've liked the video, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. The subscribe button's just in the corner. Give it a little press again. It's that new magic number. And don't forget to ring that bell. Ring that damn bell, people. Also, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Go and hit me up over there. And there's one last thing to say, people. Keep them juices flowing. Don't forget to check out my latest video. Also, don't forget to check out 3 Men and a Vape Show live at 8 PM every Wednesday. And also, if you've enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell, and we'll catch you later.